Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Lisa Janz and I'm also known as Job Coach Germany. And as you can see, I am not here on my own today. I have two special guests, two wonderful guests today. It's Tarik Boumahdi and Karla Fernández from MoveIn. Hello, you two. How are you?
Hello, Lisa. I'm doing very good. I'm a little bit nervous because this is my first live streaming. So thank you so much for the invitation.
Yes, that's so exciting. I'm
Hi,
really happy that you're here. And
hi,
Tarik,
Lisa.
how about you?
Good, very good. Thank you for inviting us. Happy to be with you and Karla during this this live interview, and we hope to have questions and comments from all the participants. Thank you.
Yes, well, I'm so excited that you're here and so thrilled that I have two experts with regards to relocation services on board here, because there are always so many people that are approaching me and asking me questions about, okay, I don't really know how to start with my life. I don't my life in Germany. I don't know where I need to do my Anmeldung and just get the paper that I am living in Germany now. Why do I have to get that in the first place? How do I find housing? Or what about also the child allowance with regards to Kindergeld, for example? And you both do all of that. Yeah. So, and that's what we're diving into. So with your company MoveIn, you're providing relocation services to everybody that is coming to Germany, right?
Yes, that is, you are totally right. We offer the simplest and the most efficient tools and services to help individuals, families, or companies to relocate in Germany.
Yeah. So, and if you guys who are watching us today, and if you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments. I can see that Kerstin is here already and she's sharing, hey, you three, great to see you. It's great
Hi,
that you're here, Kerstin.
Hi.
So if you have any questions with regards to your move to Germany, feel free to join in, share it with all of your colleagues and friends and family who might be interested in this topic as well, and ask all the questions that you have with regards to your move to Germany. But before we dive into all of these interesting things that you two are doing, I would like to dive more into your personal stories as well, because you are experts in these fields, because you have gone through that process yourself. So you are experts in Germany and you totally can relate to everybody that is coming from outside of Germany to Germany. So what is your story? Why did you come to Germany? And maybe I can start with Tarik. Tarik, what is your story? Why are you in Germany now?
That's a very good question, Lisa. I think. Actually, my story, we were not supposed to come to Germany. And what is funny, we were supposed to go in Mexico. Karla, she didn't say that she's from Mexico. So let's say that it's something very, very interesting to see. So yeah, we were supposed, my wife got an opportunity to go to change of country with her company. We were in Morocco at this time. And the first option was Mexico. We were almost about to go there. Corona arrived. Well, finally, I think we were happy to have another opportunity to go in Germany, which was unexpected. We had some, we are not speaking German. We didn't know anything about Germany. It was not in her target countries. So and we said yes. We were in the middle of the first lockdown. We say, hey, well, why not? Perhaps it's a sign. Let's go. So that was in 2020, and here we are.
Yeah, here we are, and that is so. It's such a difficult time to move to another country in general in the middle of a pandemic, because we had the shutdowns here, the lockdowns. We were not really allowed to meet a lot of people. So integrating into the society is really difficult. But there is one really important trait and skill that you need to have when you are moving abroad. You just need to be very flexible.
Agreed.
Thinking about moving to Mexico and then all of a sudden, no, we're going to Germany, even though you didn't plan that beforehand, not knowing the language. That's just really, wow, you need to be very adaptable. That's very, very good. It's also, from my perspective, with the people searching for a job, it's always a very good perk that they can give for the company, just saying, yeah, I'm very, very adaptable. That's very good for you. And would you do that again, Tarik, to move in
Yes.
a situation like that?
Yes. Well, yes. Honestly, yes. I think. I think if I'm looking to this situation with if I were someone else looking to this situation, I would say we were completely crazy to do that, and probably some friends and family would have think, well, they are moving in the middle of the something that no one knows at this time how long it could be, and we are still unfortunately in this situation. So yes, I mean, honestly, yes, I mean it's life is long. It's an adventure. I used to say so. I mean, yeah, definitively yes, without any doubt.
Perfect. Great. So, and Karla, why are you in Germany? Why did you come to Germany? What is your story?
Why? Because I follow my husband. He
Okay.
changed the company and he find a job here in Germany.
Okay.
So that is why I am here. But
Okay. And
before I moved from, we were living in France.
okay.
So we moved from France to Germany. So it's close. It's not
Yeah.
very far away. So that is a good thing. My husband is French,
Okay.
so we could keep uh, the relation with the family because we are in the same continent. So that is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yes. So maybe on my side we are very far away
Yeah.
from the country because I am Mexican,
Yeah.
but it's okay. My sister, she's living here in Europe. She's living in
Okay.
France, so I'm
Okay.
lucky.
Yeah, that is very lucky. That is always good to have someone from the family close by. But that also means that you have gone through this being an international in a different country already at least twice, because Mexico to France and then from France now to Germany, right?
Yes.
And
Before,
how long, like when did you move from Mexico to France?
oh no, I actually I don't did in that way. I moved
Okay.
from Mexico to USA, then I
Oh, okay.
moved from USA to France, and then
Oh.
France to Germany.
Oh,
So
wow. So 3 times
yeah,
already.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. And would
And
you do the same again? Like or would there, is there one step in between where you say, yeah, I could have skipped that experience?
yeah, I'm happy to do that because you learn
Yeah.
the how to adapt to new culture, to new
Yeah.
language.
Yeah.
So I like that. It's not always easy.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard, but
Hmm.
it's not impossible.
Yeah.
So I think it's a very good experience. It's a very good way that you push by yourself to exit of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
To
Exactly.
so
And
I
we
think it's,
always say that we are growing when we are out of our comfort zone. So doing that on a continuous basis, it's just you're constantly growing. And with every country that you go through, there's a different language, there's a different culture, and all of these experiences shape who you are today. Yeah. So and it is very, very valuable. And so interesting to see. So how long have you been living in Germany now?
now I almost 2 years. I came
Okay.
here in 2020 on the
Yeah.
summer, 2000.
Yeah, so also during the pandemic, the same like Tarik, yeah? Okay.
Yes. And
So
the most funny thing is that never I've been in Germany before.
oh, wow!
Never. So I just came. It was the first time, and then I was living here.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
yesterday, I was living in France, and today I wake up and I am in Germany.
Wow.
Like that.
You both are very brave that you go to, like, I know a lot of people that I encounter that are preparing and planning for months and sometimes even years to go to Germany. And then some of you, like the two of you, you just have this action mode inside of you. Let's move to Germany and see and grow along the way. And that's sometimes even the best option. I remember when I stayed in the United States for 1 year, and I was preparing to learn English very well beforehand. And then there were also other people that didn't know the English language so well, and they were so much better and learned the language so much faster compared to me, because they started with a fresh mind. And I think I can compare that a little bit with you thinking, okay, I've never been to Germany before, so I'm completely open-minded. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Oh, really? I'm impressed with both of your stories. So, and where are you two based now? Where are you currently living?
We are living in Essen area,
In
but
Essen.
it's pretty much in Frankfurt, near to Frankfurt.
Yeah.
On the how they call the German, they call in the Taunus, in Eschborn.
Yeah, Taunus. Okay, yeah. So but you are not just simply offering your services for people that are moving to that area, right? You're also offering it to people that want to live anywhere in Germany, or?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, that's one of the purpose of our services. We like to say and to think that we are a kind of new generation relocation company that are able to work digitally, remotely, and with adaptation to where our clients are going in Germany. So
yeah, perfect. That's really good. So there is already one question from LinkedIn from Supani. Supani and I, we've met through a discovery call already, and I will just simply share it here on the screen so everybody knows what's going on. Kerstin tried to help him out. He's asking, how can I add myself to the video session? I really want to discuss some points in detail with you all. So Supani, just for you, you can only interact with us today in this session via the chat. So if you have any specific questions, pop them into the chat. But I will forward this question now to you, Tarik and Karla. When there is somebody that is interested in your services, how do they get in touch with you? Do you have some sort of like a discovery call, or do they contact you via an email through your website?
Both are available. Yeah, we have a website. Of course, well, we have a website. We are on social networks, LinkedIn, Facebook.
Yeah.
So people can contact us in any way they prefer, or they find us, of course. And yeah, we offer a 15-minute discovery call if people want to have to discuss a specific point or planning to move to Germany. So yeah, it's something. This is a way that we go ahead with you. They can also send a quote request on our website. If they already know what they need, so they just fill the form. It takes 1 minute,
and also they can chat with us in our website.
Okay, so they don't have to go for a call right away. Sometimes people are a little bit nervous, so they can also chat with you. So that is very helpful. Supani, I hope that's helpful. So if you have any specific questions, you can pop them in here right now, or you just simply go onto their website or contact them through any social media account. So their company is called MoveIn. Yeah. And I will provide all of their links underneath the video and just share all of the social media links so that you can find them very easily afterwards. So we will talk about that, how we can find you later on again. My question now is, now you are relocation experts. When you were children, what was your thought? What was your ideal career? Can you remember what your dream career was? Like I remember I wanted to be a doctor until I did an internship at a hospital, and then I knew, oh no, that's definitely not for me. So what was your dream career? Maybe I start with Karla. Karla, what did you want to become when you were a child?
I wanted to be a doctor too, or a nurse, but for the military. I wanted to be, yes, because
that's interesting. Okay, so similar, but for the military, that's really so. Maybe was the military very present when you were a child?
No,
Okay.
it's because I always think that when you go to fight or you are in a war, is most of the people need help.
Yeah.
And
so you
need
wanted to help people.
Care for others. So I think maybe they will need more help or more doctors. I don't know why I was very focused on that.
But
maybe that is why tomorrow that is the slogan for MoveIn. We help
exactly.
you, help others.
Yeah, so you are like a nurse, but in a different field, or like a doctor, but in a different field, as a relocation expert. So you're still helping people. That's really cool. Yeah, that's really interesting. I never thought of that bridge in my head before. Interesting, really cool. And Tarik, what about you? What did you want to become when you were a child?
Well, I think I had different moments when I was a child. I do remember one when I think I wanted to be a writer or a journalist.
Oh, wow.
At this time, I was reading more.
Yeah.
And it was part of also of the culture of our family to read a lot, not only books, but newspaper, this kind of thing. So, and I liked writing. I still like writing. Now everything is online, but I think that was one of my journey as a child.
But that's really interesting as well, how that then develops over time, and obviously how we are shaped as children. Yeah, so I was always looking up to my parents, what they were doing, and when you are reading a lot of newspapers, that's then you could definitely be. I really like that your parents encouraged you to read newspapers as well. That's not a typical thing, I would say. And now I think, I mean, I see that you are also very active on LinkedIn. So you're writing there, you're also preparing webinars and so on. So maybe you can use your writing skills in that field a little bit, right?
Exactly. I think thanks to your question, I'm discovering why I like to write on LinkedIn now.
Oh, cool. Perfect. See, it's all connected.
The inside voice, Tarik is writing the post and everything.
So that's the writer inside of him, and he can totally live up to that dream of his. That's really cool.
Actually, we are not on an interview. I think we are on the Psi moment, and we are discovering ourselves thanks to you, Lisa.
Wonderful. I'm glad I'm of help. But that's also something like it's an exchange, because when Karla just said that about you wanting to be a doctor as well, and now she's helping people, because that's something that I didn't discover before. So thank you guys. It's a real revelation having a chat with you here today. Really cool. And so now when you are working with MoveIn as relocation experts, what does that actually mean? What do you do? And what do you offer the people? How can they work with you? What can they expect when they're working with you? How can you help them?
So, like we say that, or like I said, we offer the simplest and most effective tools and services to help individuals, families, or companies to relocate in Germany. Also, the thing is that very important for us is to offer a stress-free move to Germany. So if you plan your move, you will move very easy and soft, and you will feel at home very fast. You don't have to worry or stress about all the paperwork, about all the administrative process, the logistic. So because we know one day we were newcomers just like you, and we know what does it mean. What does it mean? So we completely understand you. So that is why we create MoveIn, because we are very, very identified with the move, with the relocation topic.
And there are go ahead, Tarik, before I say something.
Thank you. Yeah, so to add as an add-on to Karla discussion, I think based on our story, we both relocated a lot. We believe that not talking about we talk about the services in details, but I mean just talking about the way we see the relocation. It's important that we share the same experience as our clients. Well, specifically in Germany, but in general, moving to a new country. So we tend to say that we know how is it in terms, not only in terms of logistics, but in terms of emotions, in terms of feeling. What is it to move from a country to another? It could be your first move or your third move. It doesn't change. You know better, but you still have challenges, and that's why we're trying to do also with MoveIn.
Yeah, and that there are three aspects that you've mentioned that I think are like enormous and massively helpful. So the first thing that you say, you want to help them with stress-free movement. So that's like a really good selling point. I always look for stress-free. There's so much stress in our life, so much input from all sides. We're constantly on our phones and so on. And then obviously the second point is this paperwork, like the bureaucracy in Germany can seem like a massive mountain that just is preventing lots of or many people that are just afraid of that. They've heard, Germans and their paperwork, Germans and their bureaucracy. So that's just terrible. But they have you as their partners on the side, so they don't have to worry about that. And then the third part, and that I think is like, if I can say that, like the killer point, which is really, really good, like a positive thing, that you can connect with them, that you can connect with the newcomers, that you that you went through the same emotions, the same thoughts that the newcomers also have, and you have a better relation to your customers then, because you totally understand what they're going through. It's different from me because I'm a German. I sometimes probably don't understand, but your customers can tell you, is that a German thing? Are they crazy? And I can maybe say, well, maybe it's crazy. That's just how I know it. But you have experienced it from your side, so that is like massive help for everybody, because it shows that you're experts in your field, but you're also humane, and you're approachable, and that they can relate to you. And I think that is so important for this topic, because it can be a very sensitive topic. I mean, people get frustrated if they don't find a house. They get frustrated if it's stressful and they don't want to deal with the paperwork. But having you as a partner on their side, they are basically set up for everything. So that's good.
Exactly, Lisa. And just to go a little bit more on the services we offer, we also, as we said before, we also wanted to be digital from the first day. Well, of course, pandemic was there, so a lot of habits from people, from company changed. but it was also something that we feel important in Germany because, as you know, Germany is not yet at the top on the digital aspect. So we think there is something also to do here. So, and regarding that, so that's why we have two kind of offers. So we have relocation package that can be
the relocation package is number one.
I thought you were saying, we are losing
I
the
wanted
signal.
to say something.
just when I say that the digital was not very good in Germany.
That's such a good point, and you are so right. I mean, there's so much that the Germans could improve on that. Okay, but elaborate more on. So the first thing.
So the relocation package that can be on-site or completely remote, so all over Germany. So here you have the paperwork aspects, Anmeldung, city registration, helping understanding the insurance and banks system in Germany. To get your health insurance, of course, also the Kindergeld for families, which could be a hard process the first time. I heard some Germans saying that it was not easy the first time they did the Kindergeld or the Elterngeld also. We heard that. The paper also, of course, the home search, which is very important in Germany and different from other countries, I think. And understanding how are the processes, and most important on the top of that is doing the processes in the right way. Germany is very well known for the processes, which is, I think, probably the one of the best in the world, to be honest. But you need to get into the processes, and that's where people are a little bit or a lot lost. Is that if you miss something, you could be very frustrating the first day and weeks of your relocation. So that's why we are very focusing on that, on this doing the thing in the right moment, in the right time, and in the right way. So that's the first offer, and the second offers we have tools, online tools. To offer more options for different kind of people is prepare your Anmeldung online. So fill the form in English and get all the information you need to prepare. The same ID, the same tool for Kindergeld. So fill the application for Kindergeld in English also, with the tips and everything you need to prepare also. And the last tool, which is Wikimove, which is the idea of Wikimove is to help in your daily life in Germany with letters you receive at home or to talk to third parties on the phone.
And I would love to talk a little bit more about the Wikimove, because that's something that you've explained to me beforehand, and I think that's a very great offer because so it's more about the daily obstacles that people have, right? If I remember correctly.
Exactly.
It's kind of like a help desk.
Okay, kind of like a help desk. Okay, so and people could just simply how would that work? So they would sign up for it and have maybe like a subscription plan and work and could then chat with you if they have a question, or what do they do?
Yes, well, it's 100% online, remote. So they can sign up online. It's you can say a price €9.90 per month. So for the moment, because the service is just started this year, we offer two type of answering question, I would say, or day-to-day issues is explaining a letter. So you have a lot of documents you receive at home or you get from work, or they are in German. And of course, we could all use our Google Translate. It's good, it's nice, but that's not the purpose. The purpose is to say, okay, even if you have Google Translate, you don't know what you have to do. Because sometimes you say, well, I don't understand the meaning. Do I have to answer? Do I have to do something with my bank account? Do I have to give this information I have to someone else?
Yeah.
So this is the purpose of the service, to help understand what you receive and what you have to do. I have a classic example. Someone told me last year is he received a letter from his Strom electricity provider, saying basically we have a cut, an electricity cut at one moment. And basically, well, in his case, it was perhaps 2 or 3 pages. He said, well, perhaps it's just saying that the price will change. He didn't even take a look to the title or nothing. I mean, he was okay. And what happened? The electricity was cut. One day it was not a good day. And the idea is the same as Karla said before, is stress-free service. So, okay, I receive a letter, I send that to Wikimove by email, and they explain me what I have to do. I don't have to think or to because you receive this letter during the day. Sometimes you are working, you with your children, then you forgot about it.
Yeah.
So that's the idea. And the second service we offer also inside Wikimove is you need to make an appointment with someone, or you need to call your the internet provider. That's a famous example.
Yeah.
I will not name any provider here on the interview, but we all know them. You call them, and here we don't speak English, so it could be very frustrated for people. So the idea is we have German native people that are able to talk on their behalf and resolve the issue or make an appointment if need for with the doctor, for example.
Oh, that's so cool. That's even something that I would use because it's so annoying sometimes to talk to the internet providers and as you say, I mean, the paperwork that we receive, whether that's the electric bill, whether that's the first pay slip that we get, or just a letter from the bank or a letter from our landlord, you never, even Germans sometimes don't understand what is going on. Yeah, so even Germans sometimes don't know, do I have to keep this thing? Do I have to copy it? Do I have to upload it somewhere? Do I have to answer? Is that just an information letter or not? I just remember that there are like so many different letters that we get, and we get letters for everything, but we don't know how to answer. So it's so good that they have an opportunity to talk to you and just get simple help. I mean, that's wonderful. Wikimove, I'm a massive fan already.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you.
And also the another one is the tax of the TV.
Oh,
that is very that kind of thing is very German, and I never seen that in other country. So when you get the letter, you say, what is that? Why I have to pay? So
and they have even, I think they have discussed it now. I don't know whether that is correct yet or not, but they are discussing that from a certain date onwards, we are not getting any reminders anymore to pay that fee. But if we don't pay it on our behalf, like right away on that particular date when we have to pay it, so some people say, okay, I pay every 3 months, or pay just the full amount, or pay half a year, or something like that, that they are now discussing whether you then get a fine for it if you don't pay on time. Because for now, what they're doing, that they're sending reminders, you haven't paid, so you still need to pay. And there are a lot of people like myself, I don't want to pay, but you don't have the option, right? There's just no point in discussing that with them. But that's something that the people need to be aware of. And I remember when I was living in England, I had to pay a TV tax as well, but it was somehow not the same like we have here in Germany. So that's just overwhelming. Even people say, I don't have a radio, I don't even have a TV. Why do I have to pay that? Yeah, no, you have a household, and it's possible to have a radio there. It's possible to have a TV there, so you have to pay it. Crazy. Oh gosh, yeah. But so that's very helpful that you are there to explain that to the people. Okay, so your business is called MoveIn. So is it this name, does it symbolize anything? Something like moving internationally, or what was your thought about that name? Does that have anything special for you?
Okay, for me is for us is MoveIn is because you move into the city, into the country. It means integration, belong to. That is why to be part of. So that is why we call our company MoveIn, because you really in the first days you already move into, you are part of the country or the city.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, another idea behind that, it's important for us, is the idea of moving further. I don't know if you noticed, but in our logo we have a heart sign. Of course, because we are working for international. But also behind this, there is this idea of helping others and creating a chain of solidarity. So basically, from the start, we say that it's a chance for expats, foreigners, to move to a new country. And we as MoveIn, we help you, we help them. And in the same way, we're helping you when you use our services, you're helping others. So part of our revenue are going to associations. So that's something important for to have a chain of solidarity. So that's the purpose also of the herd, not only the herd, but also the chain of solidarity.
Yeah. Okay. I see. And I mean, I really like your logo, and that it shows just so much interconnectedness. So that really creative. That logo is really nice, and it shows exactly what it means, so that you're not just moving abroad, you're not just moving to any sort of city, but you also want to integrate. And there's so much more to that entire process, and they get a holistic approach from your side. I really like that approach, so that's good. And is there anything that you would say is difficult about the job that you are doing as relocation experts?
Of course.
I think the most difficult, honestly, is the home search.
Okay.
That is the
stressful.
Topic is difficult, because at the end, for permanent home, you cannot decide. At the end, is the landlord who decide if he accepts the application or not. So that is really difficult, because in Germany is like that. Is the process. They can say yes, and they can say no. They have the last decision. So that is the difficult part.
That's true. That and what is difficult, you know, we are here with you today, Lisa, and it's because we're trying to build partnerships. And with the home search, that's the one that is the most difficult, because the market is fully online, and it's difficult to create relationship with real estate, for example. So that's a challenge. I would say also the difficulty for us, people like Karla and I, is sometimes we don't say no to our clients. So we learned a lot this year about that.
Good.
I mean,
but
sometimes
I think that's a side of this helping, that we want to help people. So we want to simply help them with everything that we know. But sometimes it's also very helpful for ourselves if we say no to certain clients or certain questions of clients.
Exactly. And just to take the example of the home search, I mean, sometimes a client has a budget that is impossible to reach or difficult to reach. And as Karla said, I mean, it's already difficult, this market. We work a lot to improve it, but it's difficult. And when someone is out of the budget, I mean, it's better to say no. So now we prefer to say no, or at least to say, okay, you need to increase your budget. And if the client doesn't want, we say, well, we would like to help you really, but we cannot. It's we will not succeed. We will not ask you to pay our services when it's we know that it will be almost impossible to succeed.
Yeah, right. Well, that's good boundaries. That's healthy boundaries that you're setting, and that's also something that I see with my coaches. It's that sometimes they just simply don't know the relations of the money terms, the financing terms here in Germany. How much money would they have to expect to pay for rent or for towards a credit when they want to have a house that they want to buy, or also how much money they can expect with regards to salary. So all of these things they need to consider, and as some people do that, but also it happens to me very often that people come with really weird expectations, and then I said, okay, well, you need to do some research first, and then obviously I can guide them in the right directions. But if that's just way out of their mind, then it's impossible to help them. So sometimes there are people coming from other countries that are earning a lot more, but the social security, for example, that we get in Germany is very high standard, and that's in other countries not that way, which is why the salary here compared to the USA, for example, is lower, but you get more out of it, I think. But then there are also other countries that earn a lot less per year compared to Germany, and then it's just the relation that they don't have, and I think that's also our task to just simply set those boundaries and say that's unrealistic what you're asking for, because they don't know the market. They are not here yet most of the time.
Exactly.
And what do you like the most about your job?
On my side, the most I like the connect with our clients. The first interview, the first meeting that we have with them, because I'm curious. I want to know why they are moving here. What about why they are moving here? If they coming alone or with the family. So I really like that, and also I like networking. I like to meet new people, newcomers. I like to meet different expert in, like you, Lisa, that the job coach is amazing, because when you are international, or you don't know really the process again for find a job, you need to follow the process, or if you want to be succeed. So I think it's very good to have connections, and a good network I think is very good. I like that.
Me too. And for me, Tarik, go ahead.
As Karla, I mean, connect with people is very interesting. Understand their story, why they move, where they are coming from, what their expectation. It's very very interesting. I would add also having them happy at the end and during all the process. That I mean, that's very important for us, just to feel that we make a difference, we help them, and they are happy with the move, and then we keep for time to time having news. How are you? How is your life in Germany? And it's very nice to hear that and to see that also.
Yeah. And it's also very rewarding. I mean, we're offering our services, but then seeing that we were able to help them solve their problems, that's just the best reward that we can get for our job, I think. And I'm also so happy that I found you, because I have the feeling that both of our topics, your relocation services and my job coaching, just go hand in hand, because I always have people that are searching for a job, and then the next thing that they have to do is find a housing, and then doing all of that paperwork that is involved in moving. So that is also very, very helpful. And as you said, there are people approaching you with regards to, okay, now I want to move to Germany. That is maybe done, but how do I now find a job? So I'm very happy about our partnership here. So it's really cool that you're also happy to share your expertise here in such a broadcast, for example, and that we are just simply connected here. Now, when you say that your clients are very happy and that you can stay in touch with them, what would you say is the most difficult for them when they're coming to Germany? Do you have anything in particular in mind?
Yes.
To learn the language.
Yeah. Okay. Mhm.
Yeah. Go ahead, Karla.
The difficult part, because the most of them, they speak, I think, just English or their language, but German, they just know a little bit, and they want to continue to learn.
Yeah.
But I think that is the most difficult, that most of our clients, they are coming with any knowledge of the language. So
Yeah.
I think that is this difficult.
And I think, and it's taking up such a big part of the life in Germany as well. When you are receiving letters, or when you have to talk to the internet provider, and so all of these people that are talking in German, the letters are in German, and you can feel very overwhelmed. And I always say, I am so happy that I'm German, that I don't have to learn that language, because it's so difficult. And I mean, for a couple of years, I've been a German as a second language teacher, and it's really very impressive, like what people are going through when they are learning that language, because there can just be so many hurdles, and it can be very overwhelming. And dealing with learning German, finding a job, finding a house, it can just be a lot. Yeah, so
Yes.
I totally agree and see that that is difficult for your clients. It's the same for my clients as well. Many of them just know a very basic German. Yeah, some of them know a little bit more, but most of them, I would say, like 90% of them just know a little bit of German. But it's also helpful to learn the German language, because then it's easier to integrate. Yeah.
Yes, yes, totally
Yes.
agree.
So, what advice would you give someone who is still unsure or hesitating to move to Germany?
That's a good question. I mean, try. I mean, you from my point of view, there is two ways of making decision. The first way is the classic way, the classic way, the pragmatic way. You take a sheet. We had this webinar, I think last week, about dealing with your emotion when moving to a new country, and the start of this webinar was about making the decision. And one example, so Marion was hosting with us this webinar. One example she gave is doing a sheet which is objective, and putting all your criteria and putting a mark from 0 to 10 or from 0 to 5. And at the end, you're staying, moving to Germany, and you see the balance, and you can say, okay, it's, I mean, that's the most pragmatic way, I would say, probably. And the second way, I believe, to decide, to make this decision is follow your intuition, your feelings. Of course, they could change with the time. I mean, today you feel that, I should move, tomorrow not. But at one moment, you have a feeling that is over the other, and okay, go ahead. So, my advice is either use of one of these two ways, or try and learn. I mean, there is no risk. I will not say there is never a risk when you do something. But if you do nothing, for sure, nothing will happen. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, and try and just do it, because then you can find out, okay, do you actually like it or not? I mean, you can always go back to your country probably if you don't like it that much, but if you don't go, then nothing will change. Yeah, that's great advice. That is great advice.
And also, I think it's a good way to learn more about yourself and to grow up. Because always when you move to another country, you learn a lot of things and about yourself too, that you never imagined to discover, like, oh, I never imagined to do that. Or I always thought that I couldn't do that. So I think it's a very it's a very good decision when you move outside or you are relocated in other country. So because it's challenging, but you can learn a lot, you can grow a lot, and it's always to go outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah, that is true. So it's an invitation to getting to know yourself more. It's really good. And I mean, even if you are a little bit hesitant and want to make the move because your intuition tells you that I want to go, just know you are not on your own, because if you have any questions with regards to relocation services, you can always contact Tarik and Karla, for example. Yeah, or just simply connect with people like us to find out who can help you. Yeah, because obviously we are all interconnected with one another, and if we don't know the answer, we may know somebody who knows the answer, and then we can help you out as well.
Yeah, you are totally right. I am agree with you.
Yeah, cool. So is there anything else that you want to share with everybody that is watching? I looked at the questions. There are no more questions that are for now interesting. If there are more, feel free to pop them in and I will forward them. But anything else in particular that you want to share?
No, just if the people is watching us, just feel free to contact us, and if
And where can they do that? So that is now very important. Where can people find you online? So what is the website name?
The website is www.movein.com.de.
Okay.
So that's our website. They can find you on LinkedIn, on Instagram, or Facebook.
Okay. So you're everywhere. People can find you everywhere. That's good. Yeah. So, and the best way to contact you, is there anything that you prefer? Like, or do they just simply contact you through direct message on social media?
Yeah, that could be by social media or by email too. So
Okay. Email. Okay.
Yeah, it's very open. I mean, the way they found us, I mean, we are on LinkedIn, we are on Facebook, Instagram, we have our website with an email address, a contact form, a chat, phone numbers also, if they prefer to call.
Very good.
Yeah, I mean, you can add us on LinkedIn, or right now, if you are on LinkedIn, or we will be pleased to discuss with you.
Yeah. And I will make sure that I share everything underneath the video or in a separate post again, so that people know how to reach you, so that they have everything in one place. So just for everybody that is watching, don't hesitate to contact Karla and Tarik with regards to your relocation questions that you have. They are here to help you out. They have gone through the process themselves. And that's a great perk and benefit that they are doing that online. So if you have questions, you can reach them from wherever you are right now. Yeah. So Tarik and Karla, thank you so much for taking the time today to talk to me. It was a real pleasure. I have the feeling that there are so many more questions that I could ask you. Maybe we do another session at some point later on in the year.
Yes,
And then I will.
Yes. Also, we have soon a webinar with you.
Yeah, good point.
Exactly. Yes, we have another webinar where we're doing the other way around. On the 7th of July it is, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
At 6, we have a webinar with you. So if people is watching us,
come along again.
Yes.
Exactly. And see the trio of us again in this wonderful energy and enjoy learning more about how to find a job in Germany. That's really cool. Well, thank you very much for sharing your expertise here. And for everybody that still has any questions, feel free to reach out to them. Thank you very much, Tarik and Karla. Speak to you soon.
Thank you, Lisa.
Lisa,
Thank you.
bye-bye. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.